Hi there, this is Art and Satch with part 2 of my Rainbow Loom tutorial for Meg from Family Guy. In part 1 we got everything on the loom and everything secured. We're just about ready to loop. Have a look at this and see that everything is where it should be. We're going to take our hook and start at the bottom in the center and loop up the middle row up until this neck piece where our pink ends from the shirt. So grab your bottom two bands in the middle. They're going to be a little bit loose. Pull them up and over the peg above. And get your next two and bring them over the peg above. And we're going to just keep doing that. Grabbing your two pinks with the inside of your hook and moving them upwards. When you get to here, you can stop for a second and we're going to go back to the side. Get under your foot and pull up the two blue bands which are coming from that second peg from the bottom. We're going to replace them on that same peg. And then we're getting the two from the peg above and looping them upwards. And here you're going to push back your holding band and just get your bottom two bands again. If you can't see, you can always stretch them out to the side. Push back your triangle bands, your holding bands, and keep coming upwards. When you reach the arm, we're going to look for the two white bands, or some of you might have used pink, which are coming up from the diagonal above. And we're bringing those over into the center. And push it down a little bit if you can. We're going to come up the other side. And we're starting by looking for the two bands which are coming from the peg above. Doing the exact same thing. We're doing a kind of a triple single standard character looping process here. So for those of you who are familiar with this procedure, you can move ahead a little bit. There's nothing else to add. There's no more tricks in this one. We're going to get under the arm, get our two white bands. You can see a piece of mine got loose here, but I've already looped this section up. It's all in place, so I'm not too worried in this case. We're going to get under these bands in the center peg and find our two skin tone bands and pull those upwards. And here it gets a little bit messy. We're going for the top two skin tone bands within this, under this neck piece, and they're going to my left side. I'm bringing those around and over and down. And the next two go to the right side. And the last ones are going up. I'm going to keep going, looping up to the top of the loom. Whenever I have a holding band, a triangle band, an eyepiece here, we're just ignoring those and only taking the bands coming from the set, like from the next peg above. I think I'm actually gonna do this last piece last, but it's okay if you've already started it. It shouldn't make too great a difference. We're gonna come in the side, get the two bottom skin tone bands, which are coming from above, and bring them up and over and back. We'll repeat that, and we're gonna just loop to the top again. Pull your bands out if you can't see them. Push everything else back. Just take those bottom two. And when you get to the top, you can reach for the top diagonal bands here. Oh, rather the bottom ones. And bring those over into the center. We're going to loop up the right side. I'm going to turn this so I can see it a little better. Finding my bottommost two skin tone bands. Pushing my hook under and through all the rest, bringing my skin tone bands up into the peg above, push back those holding bands and keep looping. Last two back to the center and make sure that you loop up the rest of your middle panel here. You're going to take a single skin tone band, get it ready on your fingers, put your hook through the peg, the top peg, and so that you're through all the bands. Your pink band goes on the hook, and we're pulling this through, putting the other end on, and creating a slip knot by pulling one side over the other. And this can be carefully removed from your loom now. If any of your pieces look loose or like they're getting loose, try and grab them as you get your pieces out so that you can correct it before more things undo. But if we've looped everything, we should be all set. I'm actually gonna pop the eyes out to the back side because it should be a little bit cleaner here, and our brown should be covering the skin better. You can see here it's, well, I guess either way is okay. But you need to, either which way, pop your eyes out so that they're in a position that you like. You can move them around through the bands a little bit. Our securing band can be hidden in the back with a C-clip. I'm going to tuck it under a couple of bands, and if you have any loose bands, this is a good time to secure them onto the C-clip as well. Now I don't have another set of glosses ready, and this also gives you a sense of how the face looks before the glosses, so you can get a better picture of what your choices are. I'm going to make some eyelids because Meg's eyes are generally kind of closed or half closed. And you might even want to put smaller pupils on. These are from before. I had this from another project, so the pupils are kind of larger. Alright, I think we are all done, all good. There is your Meg. I hope you'll check out the rest of my Family Guy characters. And I've got some more American Dad characters to get ready for you soon. Thanks for watching.